Hello and welcome back to the TBC. Today we're going to have a look at the latest offering from MG in the way of this new MG3 Hybrid, and certainly a big step up from the previous model. MG have kept it nice and simple with just two models. That's the SE and this higher spec level, the Trophy. Now, unless you're on a really tight budget, the Trophy model is definitely the way to go, with lots of creature comforts. And later on in the show, I'll be going through all the tech, checking out that interior, and of course taking it on the road for the test drive to see how it performs. But before all that, let's take a look around the exterior and check out its design features. As you can see, this Trophy model is in silver, but there are several colours to choose from. But unless you want white, you're going to pay an extra £545 for metallic, but in my opinion worth the extra. The SE model comes out at $18,495 and the Trophy model, this one here, $20,495. So that's a hike of £2 grand, but you do get a lot of extras, including privacy glass, keyless entry, a blind spot monitor with rear traffic detection, LED projector lights, and a 360-degree camera system, which we'll take a look at on the inside, as well as some other goodies. Well, what great time, and the sun's come out, so I've had to don the old sunglasses. So the MG styling on the outside, I think they've done a really good job. In my opinion, I think it's a really good looking car. I think it really is. All the cars come with these standard alloys, which are diamond turned, really set the car up. I suppose the next thing to do is have a look at the boot space and check that out as well. Right, well, let's check out the all-important boot space. Well, it's not huge, but it's big enough. You certainly get a suitcase in, some sports bag, and don't forget, it is a small city car, so no one expects to have a huge boot. You can drop this bench seat down as well. The only downside with that is you have to drop the whole bench seat as a unit. So you want to load something large into the back of the car, you can't have any rear passengers. It's not the end of the world, is it, I suppose, for a small city car. So I'm quite impressed with the boot space, to be fair. So the next thing to do is I'm going to move the driver's seat to my comfortable position. I'm about average height, I would say. And then we can check out the rear leg room. So I'm now sat in the back of the car. I've set the front seat to where I would be comfortable. And yeah, it's a city car. Listen, nobody expects to have a load of leg room, but I'm certainly comfortable here. There's about 4 or 5 inches of leg room, which is quite impressive really for a small car like this. The other thing I've noticed in the back of the car, with it being the Trophy model, you get these leather style backs to the seats and a little mat pocket, which is handy. And the seats have got leather style bolsters and cloth in the centre. Really comfortable, to be fair. I suppose the next thing to do is get behind the driver's seat and check out some of that technology. So now behind the wheel, and I must admit the interior is really impressive and it's really comfortable, and I do really like it. First impressions are good. So you got your cloth seats in the centre. This is the Trophy model, so it comes with cloth in the centre and leather style bolsters and leather style headrest to keep it clean, and obviously give you a bit more support. You've got a leather style steering wheel, which is heated because this is the Trophy model, along with the heated seats. And that's impressive with a city car of this price range, certainly. Do you know what? I think the interior is really nice. I think they've done a lovely job, MG, really are. You've still got the old scratchy plastics on the inside, which you can't get away with one of these cheaper end city cars. But MG have redeemed themselves because they put some soft touch leather style on the fascia here. They've patterned it up a little bit to break up the monotony of all black, and they've put some contrast stitching, which is in orange, which also carries on onto the seats. As the driver, you've got a digital infotainment system here to tell you your speedo and your adaptive cruise control and all the usual things you'd expect to see instead of the clocks. The main touchscreen is very responsive and again impressive for a cheaper car. You've got navigation, your radio, your climate control, all operated from this touchscreen. And you've got App Connect, which will allow you to use Apple CarPlay. All you do is you have to plug it in, unfortunately. It's not a wireless system, which isn't the end of the world. It'll charge your phone, obviously, from the cable that you're going to use there. And then you can use Apple CarPlay, which is a very popular option to have in the car. I'm really impressed with the car. For the price point, it's unbelievable value for money. And of course, it's full hybrid, which we're going to obviously take it out for a drive in a minute and see what that's like. It's got nearly 200 horsepower, so I'm quite excited about giving it a good run for its money, as they say. Another impressive feature in the car is the automatic gearbox. It's a rotary gear shifter, which sort of resembles the previous model Jaguars, which had the rotary gear knob. And I think MG have made that feel more modern in the car with that feature. Because I've driven some of the competitor cars, including the i20, the new i20 from Hyundai, which is more expensive if you go for the hybrid, considerably more expensive. That's what makes this car so impressive. But it has a gear lever which feels agricultural almost compared to this. And so hats off to MG to making it feel more modern. I suppose the next thing to do is to get it on the road, test out some of the technology and see what it's like to drive. So now behind the wheel of the fantastic MG3 Hybrid. First impressions are very, very good. So you've got the hybrid system, which is a petrol engine and a battery pack, giving a total of nearly 200 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right, nearly 200 horsepower in a city car. That's impressive. And what that means is it gets you from 0 to 60 in around 6.9 seconds. Now let's talk about the ride. It's firm but comfortable. It soaks up the potholes and the undulations in the road really, really well, and that's a big tick. The steering is light with just enough weight to feel connected to the road. I would imagine, combined with the 360 camera built into the car, parking will be an absolute breeze. The steering wheel is chunky in this odd square shape with a flat bottom, matron, which would certainly improve leg space. The braking is incredibly good. It's combined with the regenerative braking, so when you come off the throttle, the car will automatically slow down before you've even touched the brake. You've got 3 levels to choose from. But that's impressive, really impressive. Well, let's carry on and do some more testing. Nobody expects a small city car to handle, but me being me, I've been chucking it into the bends quite aggressively, and it's behaved impeccably, very predictable, but which is a good thing. So again, that's another big tick. Okay, it's time to launch it now just to see what it's like. So I'm going to floor it from standstill. So here we go. Whoa, that is impressive. Very impressive. The MG3 is awash with technology, safety technology more than anything else. You've got a blind spot monitor and you've got adaptive cruise control. Again, really impressive for such a small car. So the MG3 in a nutshell, what a fantastic little car. It's cheap to insure, it's cheap to run, it's cheap to buy, but it's not a cheap car. It's really well put together. As I say, MG have done a fantastic job. And when you put on top of that 200 horsepower power plant in the car, that makes it an absolute joy to drive, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Well, here at the Tim Bush channel, I wouldn't hesitate for 1 second in recommending the MG3 Hybrid. If you're in the market for a small car, I don't think you go far wrong with this. Well, we've now arrived back at base, and that's the end of the video. Obviously, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out some of the other videos, all on the TBC. Brilliant.
You have been watching the fabulous Tim Bush channel.